What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Allen, and this is the Movie Minute. Welcome to my top 10 movies of 2024. I cannot believe we are quickly approaching 2025. It blows my mind, and we're quickly approaching 2 years of reviewing movies for me here on YouTube. Just a quick thank you to all of you who have supported my channel, supported me, and I hope you've gotten a little bit of clarity to your decision-making process in what you go see in the movie theaters, and maybe you've learned a little bit about filmmaking along the way. Just a huge shout out to all of you. Very thankful for my community here. So just a couple caveats for you before we jump into my list. This is not really a critic's filmmaking list. This is my list of movies that I thoroughly enjoyed this year that I think most of you would enjoy as well. And so that's my first point I want to make. Secondly, there are always a few movies that come out at the very end of the year that I miss, that I'm really bummed about. And I'm going to give a quick shout out to those right now that could have possibly made my list, but I haven't seen them yet. One of those is Nosferatu, which comes out on Christmas Day, which I've heard incredible things about. And the other is A Complete Unknown, the story about Bob Dylan. Both of those are high up on my list that I want to see. I just haven't seen them yet. I will probably be dropping reviews about them later, but they didn't make the cut, obviously, for my top 10 video. Quick shout outs for them, though. Without further ado, let's jump in and talk about my top 10 movies of 2024. All right, so let's jump in. Number 10, I just saw this film and it snuck into my top 10 for the year, is Latvian animated film Flow. This film was beautiful, it was engaging, and it was entirely unique with no dialogue and cute animal characters. This film was fun and it surprised me in a lot of different ways, including its incredibly deep themes and lessons that it was trying to teach us as an audience. I wholly encourage all of you to catch this as soon as you can. Number 9 on my list for 2024 took us back to the Xenomorphs, Alien Romulus. This film was a lot of fun. I thought it returned to the roots of Alien. It had amazing action sequences and really good performances as well. I was just completely entertained by this movie, and it's one of the top action movies of the year, in my opinion, and well worthy of the Alien franchise. Number 8 on my list might come as a bit of a surprise because some others may have it much higher, but that is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. This film was epic in every sense of the word, and it did what any prequel should, which is it made Mad Max a better film. It gave us a lot more depth to the characters and the world, and honestly, Chris Hemsworth gave the standout performance, in my opinion, really separating himself from Thor and giving us a really unique look into a new character. I enjoyed this immensely, and it just was a feast for the eyes. The cinematography was incredible as well. It's absolutely worthy of a spot on my top 10 this year in 2024. The next film on my list is quite possibly the best comedy of the year, and that is The Fall Guy. This film did not do well in theaters. People did not show up, and it made me so sad. This film is funny. It's clever. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt have amazing on-screen chemistry together. It just moved so well, and it made me laugh really, really hard, and everybody needs to see this movie. It is a love letter to the stunt men and women of the industry, and it's well worth your time. Number 6 on my list this year was one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and that was British drama We Live in Time, starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. This film was so unique and interesting. A24 is always raising the bar when it comes to storytelling, and they did it here. And while the film wasn't perfect, it stuck with me for a long time. This movie sticks with you. The characters and the life and the things that you see and experience in this movie truly are special. And there's some really incredible moments in this film that need to be seen. Maybe one of the most moving birth scenes in a movie in a long time is in this movie. And I just couldn't stop thinking about this story, and it's well worth the number 6 spot on my 2024 list. Number 5 on my list is an animated film that's going to become an animated classic for years to come, and that was The Wild Robot by DreamWorks. This film was beautiful. It brought a unique look and style to the screen, as well as told a just super heart-wrenching, impactful story about parenting and life and children and what it looks like to live a life well lived as a parent. And it really pulls on the heartstrings and is one of the most beautiful films of the year. It's well worth your time and was the best animated film of the year, in my opinion. Number 4 on my list is going to be very controversial, and that was Alex Garland's Civil War. This film was another film that just had me thinking about it for weeks after. Everybody thought this film was going to be a left versus right, huge Civil War thing, and it wasn't that at all. This was an expose and a deep look into the lives of war photographers, and I loved every minute of it. It challenges you at the core of who you are. I just think Kaylee Spaney gave an incredible performance, and Kirsten Dunst gave an amazing performance as well, and I just loved all of the themes presented here, and it was just beautifully shot and beautifully directed. This film is tense and it's a slow burn, but it really grows and pushes you to confront the uncomfortable places within your own mind, and I love that about movies, and this film hit all of those things and is well worthy of the number 4 spot on my list. This was an incredible year for movies. This film at number 3 on my list, several other years would have easily been number 1. And that film is Conclave, starring Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci. This was easily the best drama of the year. They don't make movies like this anymore. The story is captivating. The narrative is challenging. The themes challenge you. It's another film I was thinking about weeks after I saw it. It's beautifully shot. This film also had quite possibly the best original soundtrack of the year. It was incredible and really heightened the narrative for me. If you haven't seen Conclave, you need to go catch it ASAP. It's an incredible movie with incredible performances and an incredible story. I think by this point, you guys know what my top 2 are, but you're wondering, how does it play out? So, number 2 on my list for 2024 is Wicked Part 1. This film was everything an amazing adaptation needs to be. It heightens the source material. The songs are incredible. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande give incredible performances. It just is firing on all cylinders here, and I cannot wait for part 2. If you haven't seen Wicked, which I highly doubt because most people have seen it multiple times, including myself, you need to go check it out, which it's still running in theaters now. This is one of the key theater experiences of the year and absolutely deserves your money to go check it out in the biggest theater you can see it. So, you know what my number 1 is, or most of you do, and that is Dune Part 2. Denis Villeneuve is on a different level. He gave us quite possibly the best sequel in decades. This film opened and everybody knew this was about to blow our collective minds. The film is better than the first movie. The characters are incredible. The story is incredible. The editing, the cinematography, everything is firing on all cylinders in this movie. The film so expertly captured the wonderful story that is Frank Herbert's Dune. It really encapsulated all that makes that story incredible, and it's beautiful and it sticks with you. Timothée Chalamet gives an incredible performance that is setting us up as an audience for one of the most incredible character arcs in movie history. This film deserves every ounce of your respect, and if it comes back to theaters, it's absolutely worthy of a movie experience if you didn't catch it the first time around. So, That is my top 10 for 2024. Once again, thank you all for your support, your engagement. I love engaging with all of you about movies. Drop down in the comments and let me know what your favorite film of 2024 was. And until 2025, peace out.